Well, time to talk, folks. Is it only me, or has YouTube in this 2025 passing year has really taken a turn for the worst? Massive and noticeable. I'm talking YouTube becoming less fun, less engaging, less creative, less diverse, and in general, blah. You understand what I mean if you've ever opened up your recommendation feed and felt nothing but slight boredom and repugnant disappointment. If you ever felt that way, then stick around, because in this ranting video, I'd like to conclude 2025 by analyzing what's really going on with YouTube and where is it headed in 2026, all from the position of a small channel, and that's a key thing of this video. I'm a small channel. I have like 1,200 subscribers, and whatever YouTube is doing is hitting me and hundreds of thousands of small accounts like me extra hard. You know what I mean? I am utterly assured that it is the small channels that are playing a key role in the most stagnant and the most controversial era of YouTube history. Now let me explain. I will start my explanation from a simple thesis, and I would like you to keep it in mind for the rest of the video. Small channels of today are big channels of tomorrow. Small channels are that space in which all the experimentation happens. And experimentation and niche stuff of today is new, fun, and just engaging stuff of tomorrow. It's fresh. Chances are you haven't seen anything original happening in a long while on YouTube. All you see are talking heads. Same format over and over again with very little exceptions. I'd like to explain why in 3 points. Those 3 points being 3 bullshits that YouTube is doing to small channels. And those are 3 bullshits that are reducing the quality of your time and your experience on YouTube. Bullshit number 1. Algorithm is becoming worse, noticeably worse, in 2025 especially. I have started my channel a year ago. I have started my channel looking back on the tradition of 2013, 2015, 2017 YouTube, back when it looked like a rainbow, an explosion of creativity, fulfilled to the brim with real enthusiasts that were not there for the money, but were there to really spread their own vision of the world and their own art to the people. I'm talking Filthy Frank. Yeah, I'm talking PewDiePie in his prime. I grew up watching them, and I wanted to bring a little bit of that exact energy on YouTube. It is the idea and the mindset with which I have started my channel. And this idea and this preconceived notion of how things should be done were absolutely obliterated by YouTube's algorithm. Okay, there's just so much wrong with it, and it's becoming more wrong each passing hour, it seems. The algorithm right now really favors the big guys, really favors the standardization based on those big guys, okay? And that also means that YouTube is opting for those big guys, the veterans, and they're keeping them longer in the rotation while giving less spotlight to the small channels, the experimentation channels. I'd like you to sign off your account or open an incognito tab and see what is on YouTube's recommended right now. It is utter nightmare. Probably Mr. Beast. Okay, we all get Mr. Beast, but the same old people like Sniper Wolf, probably Kai Cenat, iShowSpeed, you know, stuff like that. The same thing that we have seen for ages and ages and ages. The same people are still in rotation. Even in your own recommended that was calibrated by, you know, what you watch, you will most probably not find any small channel, okay, in your recommendation feed. It is a very small percentage of people that are ever seeing small channels pop up. And it is even a smaller amount of people that are paying attention to the smaller channels. Might I remind you that small channels of today are pioneers and trailblazers of new formats that you will enjoy tomorrow as a viewer. As a viewer myself, because of, well, that situation, I am watching YouTube less than I have ever watched it before, because everything is bland, everything is repetitive, everything is just very formulaic. The algorithm really favors just a set amount of methods, a set amount of words that you're supposed to say, the set amount of structures that you should put your video in, and it is what it is. Okay, so those are the rules of the game. If YouTube wants more clones of Kai Cenat, then there will be clones of Kai Cenat, and small channels will go and be Kai Cenat. It doesn't work that way, because over 2025, YouTube algorithm has become more and more convoluted. It is highly illogical. It steps on its own toes. It constantly contradicts itself. My most watched video has 17.5 thousand views, and it's doing terrible numbers in terms of CR, that's click rate on the thumbnail, and average view duration. They're not that big, and still it is the most viewed video on my channel. Now the next video actually did better in all the metrics, 3 to 4 times better in CR and everything like that, and people just watch it more and engage with it more, and at the same time it got 5.5 times less views. Why? It's just basically the algorithm is just so large and so black boxy that I think even Team YouTube don't know how that works, and it can control it in a very minor, very subdued way. What is even more painful is that it seems that the algorithm right now for the small channels is becoming a lottery, okay? Because you can put out great stuff for a long amount of time, for years actually, and still be on the same level, and you can see the same guys that are putting out great stuff, and one of their video finally blows up, and they didn't change absolutely anything in their videos. Gods of YouTube are looking down on you and are giving you this golden ticket. All right, now this situation with YouTube algorithm being completely defined by a lottery, and whether you're successful is basically a lottery ticket, it's a bad fit now psychologically. It's just a little bit difficult to get invested into any particular project if you know that it kind of can work, and at the same time maybe it won't, or maybe it's going to be your golden ticket, or maybe you are wasting 10 hours of your life away into something that will make absolutely zero impact. Lottery system, I think, is pushing away a lot of real creatives, reducing the quality of your time spent on YouTube. It is absolutely terrible, which actually leads me to the second bullshit that YouTube has done this year, and it is that YouTube is a dick communicationally. I understand YouTube is a big platform, okay? Millions of requests going on and around. Everybody wants something with it. Everybody wants to criticize it, even though I think overall it's a great platform. Unparalleled in history, nothing can get you. Nothing can get you out to your viewers like YouTube. But again, it's a monopoly, so let's not glaze it over too much. But it doesn't mean that YouTube can be such a big dick communicationally, okay? At the start of the year or about that time, they have just reduced the volume of views without telling much of anybody, and YouTubers had to go to some community forum to figure out that the ad-blocked views are not being counted anymore. Sometime later, they have flagged entire catalogs of videos as adult-only, potentially and theoretically reducing their reach. There is a great video about this situation made by Josh Strife Hayes, my absolute god. I hope we will become friends someday. Josh Strife Hayes, if you're watching, call me. And not so long ago, YouTube just erased a bunch of channels, hundreds, maybe thousands of channels, the majority of them, I am assured, being completely innocent. Automatic system got all the channels down, all the hours, all the days of passionate work, of livelihoods, absolutely obliterated and destroyed. And when people went to the Twitter page of YouTube to ask for help, to plead their case in front of gods of YouTube support, which, by the way, I have zero concept of why people should go over to Twitter to ask for help. I don't understand why they can't give you a dedicated manager support inside of YouTube Studio, but that is beside the point. That's a conversation for a different time. Anyways, they're going to those gods of YouTube support on Twitter, pleading their case, hoping for a human touch, for a little brisk, a little tang of human understanding, and instead they're getting an AI, disgusting, repugnant, 1 minute of time generated AI response. Human livelihood, human passion, human creativity erased, and they're giving them AI generated responses. Which poses a question, were there ever humans, okay? Or humans are involved only if you're in a golden 200 that are generating 90% of the profit for YouTube? YouTube needs to step up the communicational game, okay? To present itself on the adequate level. AI generated nonsense is leading me to bullshit number 3, and they're doubling down on this bullshit number 3. That is the use and implementation of AI. This is going to become a catastrophe. I have a bunch of videos on my channel about companies doing unnecessary AI use, absolutely AI slop, BS, and YouTube is going down the same road. I already see that nonsense AI helpers in YouTube Studio or whatever. I don't need that. It doesn't help me anyhow. They're doing this stuff today, and tomorrow they're going to delegate the entire YouTube algorithm to AI, which is going to render it even more unpredictable, even more black boxy than the original algorithm, okay? Mark my words. This is exactly what they're going to do. Those are the 3 bullshits, and I really hope that YouTube understands what is going on for the sake of all of us, for the sake of the 2026 YouTube being great and 2027 YouTube being great. But what can you do as a great viewer who wants to support quality? Now, that's a great question. Please support the small guy, okay? I know that in your backlog, you have a small channel that's getting like 10,000 views, 15,000 views. Maybe you were a little bit dry with a comment. Maybe you forgot to set a like and they really needed it the most. Accentuate your attention not on Kai Cenat, not on iShow Speed. Accentuate your attention on the small dudes that are trying to do something new for you to enjoy. And please keep an open mind. Be you. Express interest in new stuff. You know, I'm sure you can do it. Thank you for watching it to this point. You are a real trooper. Please set the like button. Please set a subscribe button. This video is not only about YouTube, but it's also about this channel. It's about me. It's sort of a good conclusion and a wrap up, sort of a goodbye to 2025. I'm looking at 2026 with the utter share of optimism and bright hope. Thank you very much again. If you are a recurring viewer on this channel, if you have repeatedly watched my videos and commented on them, I live for you. I'm ready to go a long way for you. I'm ready to do many things for you. Thank you. You are the audience. Without you, I am reduced to dust and ash. So, yet again, thank you. I make videos for you to eat too. I'm Mars Loves Web. Don't forget. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye.